Good evening and good night, everyone. This is our date for April 22, 2022, day 58 of the war, end of the date update. I'm back and I'm working on updating maps, so I plan over to update maps over Saturday and Sunday. So, in interest of providing more current information, I decided to, share more up-to-date information, what's happening, and then as we go, update the maps. So we'll start, as always, from kind of north, the Kiev Defense Group. No updates here, the same situation. The only unit that's unclear where it is 72nd Brigade. And since we haven't seen it anywhere on the Eastern Front or Southern Front, we assume it stays there around Kiev. Now let's, as a separate note, we would like to mention that actually we believe that the Russian side may start actively targeting bridges over Dnipro River here, and specifically it was a small trial yesterday when they hit bridge near Zaporizhzhia. This is here, and before they were not doing this. However, as the amount of military weapons and equipment uh, from the West is rising, the only way to stop it is to effectively destroy the railroad infrastructure and the bridges over Dnipro River. So we believe that they will start targeting it more and more, and also they may start targeting major main railroad hubs in really major way. Before it was more kind of needle type of attacks that were not truly affecting everything. We believe that in the coming week or 2 weeks, they will ramp up attacks on the railroad infrastructure, which include also bridges and just general bridges over Dnipro River. Dnipro River, this is the main river that separates uh, uh, eastern bank, which is this one, from the western bank here. So this is just important note that we would like to share, as it will affect obviously situation of the Ukrainian forces on the eastern bank of the river. So, having said that, now let's walk through the front line, starting with Kharkiv area, and then moving down south and then west. So there are unconfirmed rumors that there were small scale. Sorry, I'm still recovering. Small scale attack of Ukrainian forces through the village of Dergachi, which is kind of gray zone, no man's zone, towards a village of Zhuravlivka. So basically, there was desire to recapture border here in this area. This information is coming from the Russian side, is not confirmed by Ukrainian side, so it's possible that it's totally speculative. Russian view on this attack is that this is attempt to kind of to sort of draw Russian troops from the Izyum bridgehead to defend back into Russia to defend potentially Russian border here in Belgorod region. Now let's move down to Izyum bridgehead and see what's going on there. In terms of units, there is nothing new we can add here. The only addition in terms of Ukrainian units here is that we learning that there's about battalion size, maybe 2 battalion size group of Ukrainian troops from 25th Brigade, and let's look. 25th Brigade is actually down. Just a second. It's down here, so it was pulled here. So this is similar action to the Russian action that we mentioned in the previous update, when they were pulling probably battalions from the 144th Infantry Division that's facing Kharkiv down south to Izyum. So basically, both sides are extremely exhausted, suffered heavy losses on both sides. And for example, we can provide specific numbers for the 3rd Mechanized Division, for the 252nd Motorized Infantry Regiment. So it has about 50 to 60 people in the companies. So this is very heavy losses, and it really that's why we're not seeing much progress here in Izyum on the Russian side. The other units probably suffered similar losses in terms of manpower. However, we learning that Russian troops made small progress capturing this village here, Zavody, and also either capturing fully village called Dibrovne over here, or there is a fighting in the village to gain full control over the village. So those are extremely tiny and small gains, and it's very clear that the Russian side is exhausted. Ukrainian side is equally exhausted as well. So this is probably the fight of the will, and we will see, who has stronger will here. Now let's look what's going on here with the mopping up operation by Russian side that tries to completely gain control of this. We call it triangle between Oskil River and Siverskiy Donetsk River. So what we're learning is that here where we put the question mark, so Russian troops get actually stuck about around this intersection here, and Ukrainian forces so far stopping them at that intersection. At the same time, there is fighting for this village called Yampil, and potentially it's possible that Russian troops, by the time we're reporting, are in control of this village. Otherwise, there is no new progress, so which also tells that the Russian troops on this side are equally exhausted, and the progress is extremely slow here as well. Let's move. Oh, and we would like to mention a couple more things. We have identified that the 57 Brigade is fighting near Popasna here, Russian 57 Brigade. So we will update the map accordingly as well. So let's just kind of actually look at this area, whole Popasna area. So there was almost no progress by Russian troops here in Popasna area after previous, progress over previous days. So again, they stuck, and there's heavy losses on their side. Just we're also learning that this let's call it the Second Army Corps. Basically, the conscripts in the Russian-controlled area of Lugansk and Donetsk region. There's the ability to sort of forcibly conscript are exhausted, so there is no resource left, to the point that Russian forces are sending cadets into the as regular soldiers to refill losses in the Second Army Corps and the First Army Corps. Let's keep going down. So this is just the same look of the Popasna area. And let's look at the now the situation west of Donetsk. Again, no progress at all in Avdiivka for the Russian side, just ongoing fighting, nothing major. Marinka, the same, no progress here. So let's actually look further down. Let's actually probably look first at Mariupol. We have not seen any confirmation actually that Russian side is in control of the railroad station, and we have seen pictures actually of the members of Azov regiment, fighting at the railroad station. So our very likely assumption that the fight is going on somewhere. So the front line kind of probably starts somewhere here, and goes, and the fighting is happening around this railroad station and adjacent area to Azovstal here on the western side of the city. The Russian president announced decision not to storm Azovstal. So he informed he how to say ordered Russian troops just to create a tight sealed pocket around Azovstal in order not to allow anyone to escape. And this is at this point possible, in our opinion, because the perimeter is much smaller than it used to be before. And so, therefore, density of Russian troops, I'm sorry, is much higher. So, at the same time, we're hearing that Azov and remnants of the 36th Brigade have enough ammunition and food for about 3-4 weeks. So we'll see. This is obviously very speculative information, because there is no way to find out for sure. In terms of the another interesting statistical information about 36th Brigade, so the losses of the 36th Brigade when it surrendered were 500 servicemen as wounded and about 130 servicemen as dead. Just kind of like anecdotal evidence, just statistical evidence to understand the losses of the in this heavy fighting. Let's actually go back and look what's going on here between Velyka Novosilka and Gulyaypole. So this is going to be clear. We will update map, but this is going to be clear uh, area of attack by Russian troops. So far, they actually managed to make a progress. There is village here. We don't. It's the this map doesn't show it, and in the next update we'll show this map in more detail. So there's a village here on the border between Zaporizhzhia and Donetsk region, and apparently Russian troops managed to make penetration here towards that village. It's called Zelene Pole. So, based on our understanding, the village is not captured, but basically fighting is going on for that village. So this is, a very clear major negative development for Ukrainian side, as now Russian troops managed to penetrate quite a bit and starting to develop like small encirclement of this out kind of salient, not encirclement, but salient around Velyka Novosilka, and this could be a launch pad to for the future attack to create bigger pocket in the Donbass salient. At the same time, in our opinion, probability of that happening, of creating that pocket, is going down and down with every passing day. In addition, we would like to inform that this militia, in terms of militia troops here, there are actually two militia brigades, and we will update that. The one where this is actually one was here. The brigade that's here is Donetsk region brigade, and that's where the penetration happened. And we will discuss actually why that happened and the problems in the command of Ukrainian troops, which caused that actual penetration in tomorrow. There's quite a bit of information, and we would like to discuss it in a structured way, not just generically describing. And the other brigade is Zaporizhzhia brigade. So basically, we have three brigade. In our estimates, three brigades here, two militia brigades, and one 35th Naval Infantry Brigade manning this stretch of the front line here. Let's move now to sorry, oops, to the Kherson and Mykolaiv region. So here there are no major movements. There's no major progress. The front line is pretty much static. Very heavy shelling by the Russian troops in attempt to soften Ukrainian defenses, but that's happening pretty much everywhere on the front lines. And as a general, our observation is that Russian strategy is to heavily leverage aviation and artillery and rocket systems to soften Ukrainian defenses. And Ukraine obviously doesn't have as strong aviation, and it cannot match in that way Russian side. So that's it for today. We will provide another update tomorrow, as always, and we will be responding to the comments in under the video as we are back now. Thanks again, everyone. Thanks for being patient for this almost 2 weeks. And till tomorrow. Bye bye.